but I didn't know what I was looking at below me. I didn't know that I had been a human being. I didn't remember living on Earth, nothing about being human. And I was just this consciousness of me. And I watched it was my body below, I found out later. But I watched, there was this thing down there, and these black particles were racing up to where my vision was. And it was just this particulate matter, and it just sort of surrounded me in this very loose, static like cloud. And I was just curious. I felt curiosity, and I was looking at the people below. Now I know they're people, but I didn't have names for them or didn't have any idea what they were. But they were around the body, and I saw my daughter being delivered. She was handed to a person at my right shoulder, who turned around very quickly with her. And I recall being curious about what that was. I wanted to know more. And I sort of floated around to the other side of the room, and I became more and more curious. That feeling was growing. And as that feeling grew, I felt a tug to my left. And I didn't want to go. It was like watching a movie. I wanted to know what was happening. And it pulled harder. So I just knew, like, okay, you need to go. So I felt okay, and sort of like let go. And I immediately started moving to my left very quickly, moved through the wall into this bright white flash of space, and then into another sort of a barrier of some sort, but it wasn't solid. It was white, and I went through it, and then I was in this dense particulate matter that I sort of was reabsorbed in it, and I was moving imperceptibly fast. And I recall looking to my left and seeing the dense particles. And then there would be a section where it was sort of liquidy, like grayish white, black liquid. And then it would turn into the dense particles again. And then I turned back forward and felt myself sort of stop. And immediately I had this download of information where I felt like every question I'd had in my life was answered in a split second. And it all came down to one point: love. And it was sort of like right in front of me. And as soon as that went love, I was like, I was just like, felt this bliss that is indescribable. And we laugh as other people who have had these experiences, we laugh together about it, because it's like you have no words for the intense love, all encompassing, like a type of energy, space feeling that you could just be in forever, and no time, no sense of time, no earthly references, nothing. And back into the dense particles. Then I wasn't in that space for very long before I emerged through another sort of indistinct opening into a beautiful landscape space where there were bright yellow flowers out in front of me, spread like a meadow. And then beyond that, these green rolling hills dotted with trees. And there was a rock waterfall covered in moss, and to my left and to my right, there was this dense evergreen forest. And it was just so beautiful. And I just merged with it as I came through that opening into that space. I was the flowers, I was the trees, the blue sky, the sun, all of it. And it was just the most beautiful feeling. And then I was flanked on both sides by these very tall, beige colored, drapey beings. that they didn't have faces. And we were communicating through feeling. And they felt to me, you can stay here, you can go to what comes next, or you can go back. And I didn't have any understanding of what came next. I didn't have a sense of that. I didn't recall where I had come from. I didn't remember being a human on Earth or having a body or anything like that. All I knew was what I had just experienced. And I just felt, I'd like to go back. So as soon as I felt that back to them, I was moving backwards and back into the dense particulate matter. And the beings sort of turned and kind of half faced me and communicated, if you go back, you need to share what you learned here.